This is the Troll Patrol. Live. With Justin Freakin.
Welcome to the Troll Patrol Live. It's a freaking Monday. Sorry, I'm slightly late. Curious who really wanted to watch the Black Sabbath Ozzy Osbourne concert. I couldn't help but oblige. Sorry, I've already seen it. Well, some of it. We didn't watch the whole thing. She wanted to mainly watch, the main events. We watched Pantera, Guns N' Roses. What a name, folks. Libertad, RB, Flash, good evening. But we will totally watch that on stream next week. We're going to come on at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. If you want to come join with me for Live Music Monday, we're going to have an expanded edition. We're going to watch the Back to the Beginning, the Farewell to Ozzy Osbourne concert that took place in Birmingham over the weekend. My Lord, welcome in. So we're going to go all day. So here's the thing, and Curiouser was the one that suggested this. I'm not going to, probably the next week, Flash. Maybe tonight. We're doing Glastonbury tonight. He performed with Glastonbury. Let's make sure we find a cut or two from him. Tonight, my friend, tonight. But we'll definitely watch a whole set sometime. For my own mental health, I'm gonna take a week off. But I'm not gonna take a week off from streaming. We're gonna take a week off from the news. How about that? Curiouser had the banger suggestion. Fucking summertime specials. Let's watch Tiny Toons, How I Spent My Summer Vacation. Let's watch what was it? The Brady Bunch, Go to Hawaii. We'll do shit like that. We'll do a special thing every night. I'm just now figuring it out. Monday night will be the Ozzy Osbourne concert. Anime beach episodes, fucking sure. Let's do it. Oh, I was in a bad headspace. My apologies for last night. What was going on was I hadn't interacted with anybody. I didn't know what my mood was like. I wasn't aware until I got on stream and Smokey was aggravating me to get in my lap, and then boom, 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 whole bunch of shit. So my apologies if you were here last night and saw my. I don't often delete the VOD because I am embarrassed of my behavior. I take full responsibility that I am embarrassed by my behavior last night. Ducky, welcome in. Acting like a little petulant child. Lenny, welcome in, my friend. It's fucking hot here. I'm tired of it being hot. I don't know if I reset my drops last night. Yeah, I did. Cool. Yay. Holiday, I tell you good evening. I don't usually delete my VODs. Even the night that Sparkles made me cry on stream, that's available. You just gotta subscribe to my Patreon. It's only $1. And you can see Sparkles make me cry on stream. You can go. My Patreon has 3 levels: $1, $3, $5. I just came on Holiday. Oh, I just came on. We were a little late because Curiouser came over and she wanted to watch the Ozzy Osbourne concert. We're gonna watch it next Monday. When I didn't watch the whole thing. Oh, last night? Oh, I came on and had a meltdown. I wasn't on for very long. We tried to do the news. I was like, nope. I shouldn't do this tonight. So that's why I'm putting the kibosh. We're going to take a week off. Next week, we're going to do all special shit. So I'll still be on. We'll just be doing something besides the news. Sorry, YouTube people. Flash does not live in the Pacific Northwest. I actually know where Flash resides. But it's fucking hot all over this country, and we've got so many weather events going on. North Carolina, once again, getting slammed with flooding. We've still got the death toll continues to rise in Texas. Hurricanes, or I mean not hurricane. Sorry, there was a tropical depression, not a hurricane. That's what caused the flooding in North Carolina. There are tornadoes breaking out far above Tornado Alley. We're living in a weird dystopian time. Just a few weeks ago, Pam Bondi said the list is on my desk, and I'm shocked at the names on it. If those kids could read, they'd be very upset. Boy howdy. Chainsaw, welcome in, my friend. I haven't seen you lately. I might have left you hanging in a DM too. I am so sorry. Fucking Holiday, can you shout out Chainsaw for me? Miss you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Literal swastika wearing Nazis have marched in multiple goddamn places in this country. Yes, we're getting close to new episodes of King of the Hill. I'm very excited for it. I thought Dexter came on last night. My friend, I should probably do way more work and way less streaming, but hey, it happens. I keep threatening to get a real job. We're almost to new episodes of South Park, but fuck Paramount. Their merger has pushed new episodes of South Park back 2 weeks, which they're not even really new episodes apparently. They're like the Paramount specials cut up into episodes. Julie, welcome in. Over in 90210 RERB. Love you, my friend. Glad to see everybody. Hope everyone's having a good night. I'm not going to yet. I have apologized to Prometheus. Hopefully Prometheus does grace us with his presence in the chat again. Reached out specifically. That merger still would have happened under Biden. You're exactly right. But like the administration wouldn't have extorted the company. Oh shit. RB didn't know about New King of the Hill apparently. New King of the Hill is in like 2 weeks. New Dexter is in like a week. New Sunny is in 3 weeks. 2 weeks. New South Park is in 2 weeks. July is hopping for TV I really want to watch. Nobody's even laughing at the... I don't do Netflix shows. I'm sorry, Flash. You seem to be big on them, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, and I used to be big on them. I loved House of Cards. I loved Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I loved BoJack Horseman. But Netflix has gone like sanitized. They have this thing, and you can look it up. There's YouTube videos on it. They do this thing called like the second screen effect. So all of their stories, are you on your phone while you watch this shit, Flash? Are you on your phone while you do this? Is that why you like Netflix so much? Because they do what's called the second screen effect. So they want you, oh, you play, that's why. So they're all the time restating what's going on in the episode. So if you're not paying attention, they catch you up every few minutes. It's all real like color desaturated and shit, and like they're all kind of bland to me. See, Flash, now we figured it out. You're exactly who Netflix's audience is. I'm not. So that's why we disagree on TV shows. I have not watched Castlevania. I would give it a try. Princess Kimberly, welcome in. Samson, my friend. I can't multitask. Nope. And you can't either. You attempt it, but you don't do it well, and that's why Netflix shows appeal to you, because they're always like helping you along and stuff. But I'm not judging. Apparently I am very rare. That's an ADHD, because like even Curiouser has told me that like you should put you playing video games and you doing like stupid shit under your videos instead of your face while you're talking, because people will pay more attention. And I'm like, I hate that shit. I hate that content myself. Like, loathe it with a passion. Will block sites. So for me, like, already I don't like React content. So it's kind of weird I do a React show. See, I don't ever do subbed. I do unsubbed. Because, like, somebody was talking about the voice actor from Yakuza. And I'm like, oh, no idea. I do subtitles. I watch foreign films with subtitles. Dubbed, yeah. Unsubbed. Thank you. Speaking of dubbed, where's DJ Dub D? Love you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. I'm in a much better mood tonight, in case you can't tell. It's probably for, like, you know, probably for one really obvious reason. I have no problem with subtitles. I don't prefer them on. If somebody wants them on, like, I won't object. But I don't prefer them on because they distract my eye instead of taking in the, and that's, I'm a wannabe filmmaker. I've made movies in college. Like, it distracts me from the shots. I want to be immersed in the story and in the universe. Libertad, that's another thing about good evening, my friend. And that's another thing about, even if I was to play video games and put with my videos, I don't apparently play the games that people would. I could probably play Tetris. I really like Tetris Effect and shit. But like, I don't play the kind of games people would want to see under my, because like I'm over here playing like Final Fantasy 6 and Final Fantasy 16 right now. I did ask my buddy to play Injustice with me again. He's downloading it. Maybe I'll get on stream and play some Injustice. Tones, welcome in. So, in case anybody missed it, I'm going to take a week off, but not from streaming. We're just gonna take a week off from the news. We're gonna do like summertime specials next week. And Monday, we're going to do the Ozzy Osbourne farewell concert. We're going to come on at like 2 in the afternoon. But this is going to be Twitch exclusive. I'm sorry, everybody else on Facebook and Kick and Podcast. And for you guys, I'm taking a vacation. I'm not going to be here. Yeah, Taco Cat, spelled backwards, is Taco Cat. So we're going to do news this week. I'm going to suffer through this shit. We're going to take a vacation next week. It's going to be mental health week. We're going to do fun shit. Sitcoms, summertime specials. You're going to get Black Sabbath on Monday. That's going to be fucking awesome. Because let me tell you, like, I watched pieces of it with Curiouser. We watched one of the super bands. And, like, I cannot wait. Sir Warm-Ups, welcome in, my friend. How are you, buddy? We're gonna take a week off from the news. I watched chunks of the Ozzy farewell concert earlier today. It was fucking awesome. You guys are gonna love it. We're gonna watch the entire fucking thing. It's 10 and a half hours long, but there's chunks we can skip because like they replay bands. There's, 10, 15 minutes in between the sets changing. But about 2 o'clock on Monday, next Monday, we're going to do the Back to the Beginning Ozzy Osbourne farewell concert. Curious and I watched Guns N' Roses. We watched Pantera. We watched Black Sabbath set. I skipped Ozzy, so looking forward to Ozzy's set. He opens for himself. I've watched Tool twice now, but I'll watch it a third time. I watched Tool on YouTube, and the top comment was like, watching this before they take it down. Because that was before I had acquired it through my means when I downloaded the whole goddamn thing. Somebody had just put up the whole Tool set. And I think there's other sets floating around on YouTube. If they haven't been taken down yet. So next week we're going to do all kinds of fun shit and take a break from stupid fucking news, which keeps being worse and worse. The death toll is rising in Texas after flooding took out like a whole summer camp. The stories are horrific.
The news tonight out of Texas, it's just a gut punch. That's the only way you can say it. 95 people have been killed. 95 people, a lot of them kids, in that horrific flooding.
And more rain to come.
That makes your stomach hurt.
The Northeast flooding. North Carolina flooding.
The parents, the daughters, and the sons swept away when the Guadalupe River surged 26 feet in about an hour 4 nights ago. You can see just how quickly the water rises in this time lapse here. And more rain is on the way, making it hard for the hundreds of rescuers who have descended on this area. It's a popular spot for people looking to have a good time on a holiday weekend. You want to go camping, fishing, etc. But then this happened. Imagine that, but in the dark of night. Dozens of people.
I assume I assume all the millionaires didn't make money. I would assume, because it was like $50 to stream the motherfucker. Sorry to interrupt. DJ Dub got me back on I thought we were done with the concert. It was like $50 to stream that fucking concert. So that's why I wanted to give you guys, I didn't want to do it tonight. I wanted to let you guys have a heads up. If you want to watch the concert, you can watch it with me. It'll only be on Twitch. You only get the one chance to watch it. Otherwise, you got to go through the same means I do. It's not like it's hard. But you got to have, a nice computer and the know-how. Fucking A, yes, we're doing a police chase. Love it, my lord. Looking forward to it. Let's get the playlist going. My lord redeemed a police chase. I love it. Fucking A. I thought it. Hold on. Let me see what the actual price was. Am I overshooting it? Am I right with the $50? Not listing it. Oh, the t-shirt bundle was $64.98, but just the live stream was $30. So I overshot it by a little bit. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. Tones got a new tattoo on Saturday, then got shit-faced, and now the floor is sticky, and you don't know. Margarita mix would do that. That would be sticky. My friend, it sounded like you had a good 4th of July weekend. Congrats. But no, what I watched was really good. I only watched one of the super groups. You guys will love this super group setup because, like, it's exactly what it sounds like, and they just rotate in and out different musicians. Well, Tom Morello was kind of like the constant in the one that I watched. And I think Chad Smith played drums for most of the time. Then Travis Barker came out, and he played drums for the rest of the set. But they had different singers. They had Ron Wood from the Rolling Stones came out. Like, I was doing, really? Like, you guys are going to love it. Objectively, I don't even know, like, there's 2 other, like, super groups that I didn't watch. I think that's where a Disturbed singer makes his appearance. But I love this that they did fucking in just classic fucking songs. They're doing a lot of the Black Sabbath, Ozzy covers. Guns N' Roses did like fucking 4 Ozzy or Black Sabbath covers. Tool did one. It was, what I've watched of it so far is fucking amazing. Black Sabbath killed it. So, like, I highly recommend it. Next Monday, we're going to watch the entire fucking thing on Twitch. Come on at like 2 o'clock. So that way, Ozzy Sabbath will be around the time we usually do Live Music Monday. Oh, we got to do a police chase. Let's get a police chase going. Let me get to my playlist here. I wasn't expecting it to happen. Got to pull up the playlist. Let's see what I got in the vault. It's probably going to be a longer one too, because I don't think I got short ones I can lean on right now. I think all the ones I got are like over an hour. So, hey. Have we seen this one before? I'm bad about... I don't think we have. I think this one's fresh. Fresh and clean.
TV5 does have both helicopters inside.
Did you say Titty 5?
1,000 feet as opposed to 900, just for clearance.
Titty 5.
Okay, half mile east of the 110. Okay, here we go.
I call it a titty slap. Some people could call it a Titty 5. This looks to be a Toyota. A Tacoma, a Tundra.
Okay.
Ponder Muggy, welcome in. Good evening.
Do you know what street they're on? Southbound on...
Holiday, it's like an hour and a half chase. You can't fucking tell me to rewind already.
Yeah, southbound on Main, which is just the major east of Figueroa here. You saw him exit the 110.
We'll never get through
those CHP units. We're continuing on the fast track lanes here, so he managed to get off the freeway here and make an eastbound turn, and now he is going to be southbound again on Main Street. This guy has been known over the course of the pursuit here, has been known to be traveling at speeds in excess of 100 miles an hour, so rather high speeds and dangerous conditions here, especially on surface streets. PD, I do have you there. I'm holding 1,000. So
I need to do the news.
Public here, it is just a...
We need to do at least Epstein. I need to do my rant about my Trump Truth Social.
On Main Street. We are trying to give the LAPD as well as the Sheriff's Department a little bit of room here, so our shot is going to be a tiny bit long, but we are going to do...
Because I thought about cutting YouTube off and be like, no, we'll listen to music when we watch a chase.
Proper clearance so that they can do what they need to do. The CHP
oh, shit.
is on the ground, and they are in pursuit.
Did he make contact?
I imagine the LAPD might be standing by at some point here to step in, because this is certainly their jurisdiction here. You saw him make an eastbound turn, and he is still moving along the
eastbound turn.
The residential neighborhood here, moving eastbound. Don't know whether or not this person knows or is familiar.
Well, here's the thing, and this is the thing I'm proud of. I'm not the biggest streamer, but in terms of what they call retention rate.
we'll see kind of what this guy attempts.
This is why I keep going at this, because I'm a broadcast professional. I have a fantastic retention rate.
Eastbound on a major here.
Once I hook you guys, you tend to always watch and you stick around. And other streamers don't have that.
Eastbound on Gage is what we understand here.
So that would totally explain channel points.
Here. In just a moment, he's going to be making kind of a sweeping right turn where he's going to run into some slower traffic. What's he going to do?
I don't want to be big. Nathan, I love the size that I am. I feel like I get to know you guys.
Left turn, and he is now southbound.
But also, if realistically, getting 1,000, 2,000 views on my YouTube videos consistently, that's not out of the realm of possibility. And it would help pay the bills.
As far as who is in the vehicle here,
Carla, welcome in. And I'm like other streamers' favorite streamer or something. I didn't expect that to happen.
Maintain a certain
other streamers come and hang out in here.
As well as the LAPD helicopter, who are both overhead and trying to do what they are doing here. But again, you can see this person doing everything he or she can.
Set it to auto redeem points when available.
A stolen vehicle here, a stolen silver-colored Silverado.
Media Winch told me I needed some kind of plug-in. Carla, welcome in.
That a westbound turn now, just north of a high school, it looks like here.
Yeah, anything bigger than that, Nathan, it's hard to talk bullshit. It's hard to really, have a community.
A fairly high rate of speed here now. I can tell you that additionally...
Did he call it a Silverado? It might be. It looks like a Toyota to me.
So the only
but I might be wrong. Looking at the back end, it does kind of look like a Chevy. What do you think? Chat, what do you think it is?
Sheriff's Department as well.
From the side, it looks like a Toyota.
So we will try and do our best to maintain our visual with him, but you can see, given our distance here, he's kind of moving in and out of some of the...
The GM or Chevy? Okay.
Again, moving south.
The GMC?
Moving southbound here, over towards, ultimately, will be the 105 freeway in about 2 to 3 miles here. So
yeah, my dad had a GMC like that. It looks like a truck.
There's an area of familiarity to this person here. But, again, having made its way all the way from the Pomona area, westbound on the 10 freeway, speeds in excess of 80 to 100 miles.
Send that to me in a DM, DJ, Dub, because, I'm not going to...
Over on the east side.
I'm not going to remember that.
He's going to be having to negotiate here. Okay, crosswalk, pedestrian traffic.
Oh, my God, somebody called in. We could have argued.
He's going to be coming towards us, so I'm just going to move a little bit south.
Fucking nuts.
And kind of circle around him here, so you can see what's going on. Just a very fluid situation.
I don't know why my phone doesn't ring anymore.
He's got traffic up ahead. He's either going to go straight. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so he's going to go straight through the intersection here. Again, through the...
But is it wrong of me to take a call?
Dangerous situation.
Should I have the police chase going and argue at the same time? For all you ADHD motherfuckers.
Traffic, some of the other vehicles on the street as well as pedestrians. So he's now coming up on a vehicle that is moving a little bit slower.
Oh shit, what if it was Joni? She didn't leave a message.
Take the opposite lanes of traffic here and go right.
Oh, somebody redeemed weed.
This person doing anything he or she can to avoid having to stop and basically give up to the authorities here, guys. Let me send it back down to you for a moment. Okay, I've got you there.
Funny story about this weed. If you would like to hear it.
North Central.
So, Sparkles gave this to Curiouser.
Maybe 5 copies.
Because Curiouser just gave her a vanity, a chest, whatever the fuck it was. And Sparkles came and got it.
I'll call for it.
And Sparkles stopped at a weed store, but we didn't know which side of it, because,
okay,
she could have stopped in the state that isn't legal and bought, because there's all kinds of shops that act like it's legal, and they're selling you the THC or THC, whatever the fuck it is. Oregon gal, welcome in.
Go ahead and have Rich turn on Skyview 5 for us here, and so we can actually lay out some of the streets for you here. We're along 79.
Wait a minute, Libertad, how was I being scary? I've got to hear this. I love it. I want to know how I was being scary.
In our shot there, and that's going to be our.
And I appreciate you.
Which kind of shows
you're
the
it's Spud, right? The account on Facebook.
That is going to be northbound from 79.
Or am I just smoking crack and you guys talk a lot?
Avenue here, so that's kind of where we are. We're about maybe a mile and a half east of the 110 freeway, the Harbor Freeway. And again, don't.
I hope I didn't just out you.
Familiarity here, but he
or dox you or whatever. I got accused of doxing a dude the other day by sharing his profile picture.
Westbound turn, we're going to be along 74th Street westbound again.
So yeah, we
residential neighborhood.
Curiouser and I smoked that, or no, we smoked what Sparkles had brought,
so I am guessing this
and turned out
this person here. We're not too
like we thought it might have been. She might have stopped on the other side of the state line. Oh shit!
Our southbound transition there. Hang on just a moment, and we're going to do our best to
dude gotta have his way
for you here, but he's now coming up on 7.
So we thought she might have stopped on the wrong side of the state line.
Let's see.
And she said, no. That was from my old pot dealer when I lived in Alabama. That was
He just circled around about 5 minutes ago.
that was homegrown special. She told me what strain it was and everything. Some kind of margarita, orange something, or orange sickle margarita. It was like a cross strain, and she was like, he grew it himself. It was farm to table. She's like, that's
as well as the CHP are going to be
and,
anticipating this particular situation here.
I guess Curiouser and I have just been spoiled by the fact that we go to a goddamn dispensary all the time. We're getting
Central Avenue once again. He's just coming up on
like Louis C.K. They've been working on it like it's the cure for cancer.
Right now we're remaining in this general vicinity, it appears.
Farm to bong. That's exactly what I'm smoking out of the bong.
And that's what he's doing. Left turn into the neighborhood.
That's the swag I used to get, because he used to sell me an ounce for $100.
But
so you can imagine what it was like.
Out of the neighborhood here now. For what it's worth, I do not have any units.
But we would just
law enforcement behind him. But we do have.
We would just smoke the fucking shit out of it, right? That's how I got accustomed to smoking bongs all the time. Because I was just smoking his weed, just fucking constantly. That's how this all started. And now I've been doing the same thing, but with like the insane, expensive, high dollar, high shelf weed.
Going to make his way back.
And my tolerance is fucked because of it.
He has kind of been
just because I got used to smoking out of a bong.
Here. And now northbound.
So my lord, I told you about this like 56-year-old I used to date when I was like 39. No, I would have been younger than that, like 36. I was dating this 56-year-old.
See, this person is just kind of actively
she had never smoked out of a bong before.
And he's now just going to be passing 2 units of the, I believe that's going to be LAPD. So they kind of
I was going to come out. I probably wasn't stoned then, Libertad. If I was that angry, because like you can tell a difference in my personality, as in like last night to tonight.
Left turn. So again, an area
I am
is familiar to,
especially when I was a fucking teenager. God, I was wound fucking tight. I wouldn't want to be around me. I don't know. My ex-girlfriend, I don't know how she put up with me. It's amazing. We dated for 3 years. She was so good to me. She's been in the chat. I've apologized to her on stream.
Law enforcement folks on the ground are definitely anticipating this guy's moves and trying to get ahead of him. Hopefully, and perhaps.
I try to channel my anger into productive things.
Just circling this same neighborhood about 1 block east of Fremont High School here. He's coming up on cross traffic, on slower traffic, on opposing traffic, and he's just on a kind of a narrow street there, and you can see him.
I finished the Sparkle story, right? Yeah, farm to table.
It's going to be the 76, 7700 block perhaps.
I cracked up at her saying that about the weed.
Wow. My goodness. Okay.
It's got integrity.
Okay, it looks like, okay, he's moving into a position. Here, bear with me here.
She was one of the longest. I've had like 3 years is about all I could ever manage. The woman in Alabama I saw on and off for like 4 or 5 years, but I'm talking really on and off. Like we'd go out on dates, we'd go to a concert like once in a, every 3 or 4 months.
Okay, now northbound. Okay, I've got you.
But I saw her regularly, so that's something.
East on 79th.
You're at 25 years with one person? I I would love to find a person that I click with like that. I honestly, because like Curious or not, we were talking about, you know, Sharon Osbourne is Ozzy's manager and she's in control and shit. Like, I kind of need somebody like that. I need a woman like that in my life.
Or even in a car.
I guess I honestly do need someone like my mom.
Miles an hour here. So southbound on Central, he's going to be coming up on a major here. At that major is going to be a stop sign with.
I need a GOP mommy, exactly.
To actually get through, but that looks like what he's going to do here. So he's going to be now west.
Oh, why are my fucking drops slow?
Southward here. The circles that he is making over on the east side of the 110 slowly getting bigger, slowly.
I do not go for women that like don't
lot there and
aren't
here. He's going to be southbound
aren't their own person,
here, so
can't hold their own in a conversation.
So I can tell you that he is just kind of weaving in and out a lot of the neighborhoods here.
That's why I'm like single.
Kind of what we're faced with right now.
I'm kind of biggy.
Out of the area that he had been circling before, about a mile south of it at this.
And I would never rule out being with a guy. I've never had a homo erotic. Is that the right term? Never had a male partner before. I wouldn't rule it out, but I don't seem compatible.
Visual on the suspect here as he makes his way through South LA. So just now coming up on the intersection here, it's a residential area. He's made an eastbound turn.
Meat cakes, welcome in. But I wouldn't rule it out, I guess, if I found the right person.
And he is kind of continuing and fairly high rates of speed, as you can see here. Now, it's scary enough when you see a guy traveling 80, 90, 100 miles an hour.
A trust fund twink, yeah, I would totally do that, yeah.
He's doing the
Well, I've got a dude that hit me up on Grindr, and apparently he's pretty well to do.
The streets are.
And you know, I started thinking about it, I was like,
if they see this guy making the
all these philosophers throughout history, they never had real jobs, right? Philosophy doesn't make money. They lived with rich people. I don't know if you guys know this. They all lived with rich people. Rich people finance their work. So I'm starting to think, you know,
there's Firestone Boulevard if you look at our sky.
They're probably sucking some dick.
And in opposing lanes of traffic just to get around slower traffic here. And that, oh, okay, wow, all right. So, yeah, just a desperate act there, just traveling the way he is. So, again, moving northbound on Central and back towards that general vicinity in the 70s.
I mean, there might be a reason for you to marry a guy. A philosophy hoe. I'm a philosophy hoe.
So if he makes a left turn along one of those 70s here, we'll just kind of know, again, that he's basically...
I hooked up with this one woman one time.
As he makes his way, we're about 4 blocks north of the south.
She was older.
And again, there's that left-hand turn, that westbound turn along.
She was an older black lady in Alabama.
Yeah.
And she was drunk and high.
That the police and the CHP kind of...
on Saturday night.
Person is generally targeted. Okay.
She had some rules for me because she would go into church the next morning.
Go straight through the intersection, and that's what he's doing there. But I can see a couple of units here in relative close proximity here. So there are law enforcement units that are staging generally in the neighborhood here. And
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know that this guy is in the general area here. We're just now coming up on the eastern edge of Fremont High School here, and he's going to have to make a left.
There were certain restrictions.
Northbound turn.
Like for some reason, she wouldn't let me eat her out. She felt like that was a bridge too far.
There's the high school over on the left, and as he makes his way up, he's going to gain a little.
Oh my God!
And kind of accelerate past.
She was hot too.
Away from some of the officers who are trying to keep this guy in their sights essentially here. So
red flag.
In about.
Well, I mean, I never saw her again. I don't know if I've ever come out and said it on stream. I have a stranger fetish. That's probably also.
And that's what we're looking at here. So,
probably also something about, you know, not being able to find somebody to settle down with.
On him, but certainly a situation where they're relying upon the airships to keep an eye on this guy.
Gotta find somebody who wants to fuck strangers together.
And he is essentially heading towards He's just crossed over Main Street. He's going to be coming up on Broadway and ultimately the 110 freeway here. So
no, apparently,
out of the neighborhood.
I will fuck people like I don't care about it. Like I'll sit and hang out with somebody before we hook up and shit.
How's he gonna get around him? He's gonna
Oh, I'm totally like fucking groups are totally awesome. I'm into that.
just going to be.
I have different fetishes. Strangers is like probably my top one. That's why I have some like
Watching along with us. That's going to be Main Street.
the women I like OnlyFans has been a kid like
Again, just kind of trying to accelerate.
because you can find your exact niche. You can find women that just like go to glory holes and adult theaters.
Send it back to you for just a moment. Okay.
They don't like cunnilingus with the beard. That's possible. I absolutely had a Fu Manchu, I would assume. So perhaps it is a Christians don't like cunnilingus with beards. Makes perfect sense. Oh, is that your new tattoo? Yeah, I'll show this for you. I'm sorry, Tones. I get on my own thing. Like I check Discord after I get off stream. It's like unless there's somebody in there wanting to. This is Tones' new tattoo. It's fucking awesome. Is that a nipple? I think I see a nipple. That excellent shading. Hell butters indeed.
Yeah, very close call there. Now turning northbound on Main Street, kind of zigzagging around the general.
No, there's totally a nipple under your fingers.
A couple of blocks east of the 110 freeway here, so you can kind of
Where is it?
In and out. Trying to avoid having to slow down to stop here.
Bahamut Butters.
For that matter.
Fucking love it, Tones.
Accelerating through there. I believe he's going to be on 69. Thank you, Rich.
Yes, you were someone that would have that tattoo is definitely the target audience I'm going for.
From the
on Twitch.
Here and, certainly on the ground. And now a northbound turn. We'll get that for you. That's going to be San Pedro from 69th. Northbound San Pedro at 69th. And you can see that he is kind of doing his best.
Oh, do you guys want to see Tones' nip?
There are at least...
oh, it does show nip. Okay.
Units.
I see the placement now.
Immediately behind him as well as helicopters overhead here. So a situation where...
right above the nip.
Exceedingly difficult for him to actually get.
You know what that means, don't you? Tones, you're getting a titty slap.
A titty slap! It is, well, hopefully it's safe. Come on up. Might get caught at some point here, but hopefully he will do the right thing and just kind of give up and slow down, stop, and bring this to an end here. This is
free the nibble.
A dangerous situation where he is just accelerating at pretty high rates of speed here and, doing some pretty bad things here in that he is...
Doing some pretty bad things.
Traffic, weaving in and out like he's doing right now, and he's just now coming up on the major intersection here. We're just about a block to the west of the Postal Annex, and he's going to make, wow, my goodness, making that eastbound turn on Florence. So we're just coming up on the Postal Annex.
Eastbound and down.
He's just kind of accelerating away. We do have at least those three, and make that an additional unit, a fourth unit, a fifth and a sixth unit now, in fact, that are chasing him on the ground, as well as LAPD above here. Sky 5 HD, we've been with this pursuit for several minutes at this point here, and now he is just kind of making his way over towards that same neighborhood here. So
making his way downtown.
Southbound turn, and that's what he's doing there. Okay, so
God damn, it's hot.
Here, south of the Postal Annex, southbound from Central. Five's got everyone. And now kind of making that same turn here. Now passing 74th. We'll see if he makes a right turn into the neighborhood here like he had been doing. but we do know that he has been, well, as far south from here as about 1.5 miles. So generally speaking, working the same neighborhood here. So we've been watching that over the course of the past 10 to 15 minutes, but he now continues southbound past the intersection there. And again, several units of the LAPD still in relative close proximity to this guy as he tries to accelerate through here. So the initial want, from what we understand, a stolen vehicle coming out of Pomona. So, you know, with the stack of charges that are being added to that initial charge here, we can see that he is just doing whatever he can to avoid having to slow down and stop for these guys. But he's made that eastbound turn off of Central here, and he's going to have to, well, is he going to go through? He's going to make a northbound turn. So there you go, northbound turn on Hooper from 89th, and he is now again northbound coming back our way here. So yeah, we're only one major east of Central Avenue, which had been kind of a corridor that he has been utilizing for the past 15 to 20 minutes. But again, working the same general vicinity here off of the Central Avenue corridor here between, say, the 60s and the 80s in terms of number streets here. But he's now up on a red light here, and he's again using that left turn pocket, and he's going to be making that westbound turn coming towards us here. And he is west on Nadeau and coming back in towards that same area here. So we'll kind of see what he does on right over Central. So if he makes that left turn, he's
I moved my fan, and now it's like blowing the pot smoke back over here. It's like the smell is overwhelming.
And
which is not a bad thing. Love some marijuana.
You're Willie Nelson high. You're smoking some of the best dope God ever put breath in.
I would think so. If they can anticipate his moves, and as we were talking about before,
it's still fucking hot. I moved my fan to where it's blowing right here at me.
That they are.
So air conditioners right here, fans right here.
In the neighborhood here, I don't know that they were carrying spike strips, but yeah, that is certainly an option.
It's like the apartment,
given the fact that we are,
you know, like it retains the heat, like it gets hotter throughout the day.
Other vehicles here.
Because it was fine in here, like, you know, earlier.
In order at some point here, but I would say on a narrow street like this, and given the speeds that
I try to keep the curtains closed,
about 35, 40 miles an hour, speeds
to keep the sun out.
80.
Because this is just like baking the cats, though. The cats will go into the curtains because they love to lay in the windows and bake.
We'll kind of track it, and we'll see what he chooses.
I have baked kitty in my window all the time.
Now we're going right around Fremont High School here, so you know.
Smokey probably in the window right now.
Just kind of doing what we can to.
Yep. He's right there. Hey, Smokey.
Just past northbound along the west side of Fremont High School here. So
Smokey.
Just working the same neighborhood around Fremont High School and just to the east of it here. So going through the intersection there. And kind of just bringing us along for the ride at this point here. But again, several units of the
bringing us along for the ride.
Very close proximity to him, as well as the LAPD airship above, and they are going to do their very best to maintain their visual on him so that they don't lose him at any point.
Uh-oh, he has been summoned.
Best to just avoid having to even slow down at this point and give up peacefully here. A southbound turn. I believe that's going to be Main. Okay, went up on the curve, back. Let me just move a little bit to the north here so he doesn't go right underneath us. But again, coming into this same.
I love that emote, Dougie.
I believe that this guy definitely knows kind of where he is or the general vicinity here. So we're just about a block, maybe 2 blocks north of Fremont High School. Again, that same neighborhood here, and he's now pulling in to a parking lot.
Ooh.
Or a throughway, perhaps. There's the LAPD airship above. Okay, he's gone through an alley. And it's
I wouldn't call it an alley. It was a parking lot.
Opposing lanes. Okay, head on traffic.
I forgot Curious had brought me a fruit pizza, or pizza fruit
and
pizza.
The LAPD essentially collapsing on him from all directions at this point here. So they are definitely moving and staging in the general.
It was my idea, but apparently she made it with her granddaughter.
It looks like he has been circling the neighborhood here for quite.
I was like, you want to come over and make fruit pizza one night? I love fruit pizza.
And we're going westbound over towards, we've passed Maine and over towards Broad.
And I do. I love
Broadway.
fruit pizza.
So, beyond Broadway, of
I'm
course,
sorry, I've
the
said fruit
110
pizza
freeway,
like
there is
5
an on-ramp
times.
to the 110 freeway, at least if you wanted to go northbound. That is kind of where he came from, and it looks like he's going to be southbound. Oh, my goodness.
Whoa!
Okay, that was a close one here. Southbound on Broadway is kind of where we are here from the numbered streets in the 70s, I believe. And, okay, we're
It's like a cookie crust with like fruit dip and
again,
grapes
staying
and
in the area here,
pineapples
guys. So
and,
you can see
whatever,
what he's doing.
kiwis, whatever you want.
Weaving in and out and staying in this general vicinity.
No
east of
tomato.
The Harbor Freeway.
It's a fruit, but it don't go on fruit
If you
pizza.
don't mind, I'll send it back to you for just a moment. Whoa, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it is really good. It's a nice summertime dessert. Highly recommend it. Strawberries. I think you always put strawberries on it. I don't know what curies are put on it. What does the normal directions say?
Northbound on Maine.
Best fruit pizza.
6-9.
This one has strawberry, blueberry, grapes, orange,
Okay.
and kiwi.
Gotcha. Oh.
I think it has a cream cheese.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Strawberry buttercream. I bet you could use a pie crust that work really well too.
Sorry, Rich.
I really want that fruit pizza now. I'm seeing like cherries and blueberries. Banana. A real thick crust. It's really good.
5 copies worth 1,000.
Oh my God. I'm gonna come. Those are really good.
Okay.
I'm also really stoned. I wish I could share with you guys. She brought enough for everybody to have. I tell you, but they ain't invented that technology yet.
We're back up Main Street here, guys, from 89th. We made a westbound turn on 89th and now a northbound turn on Main Street here. Main Street is just 2 blocks east of the 110 freeway here, and he's making his way back up the numbered streets,
Yeah, I feel like with her, she did a really big cookie.
He
And
is
there might be pudding.
So,
That might be
just coming up
banana
on the main
pudding
intersection
as
of
the
Manchester. He's going to kind of weave his way through.
as the sauce type
Some
thing. I don't know.
cross-traffic there. A very
not sure
dangerous
what
situation, but you can kind of see what he's doing there. He's trying to
It's
accelerate.
white. It might be.
the
It might be
LAPD. I can
cream.
tell
It
you
might
there's
be.
more than half a dozen units of the LAPD on the ground in relative close proximity.
Yeah, it's
well.
cream
Of course,
cheese.
there's the LAPD airship and Sky 5
It's some
HD,
sort of
so,
cream cheese
you
mixture.
can imagine, my goodness, this guy is just doing everything he can to just avoid slowing down here. So just a very, very dangerous situation.
And I think
as he makes his way back up
blueberries
towards,
and strawberries
we're
on
in the
top.
70s. Yeah, we're going to be in the 70s in terms of streets here. Northbound on Main Street, back up towards 79th, and just about 2 blocks to the west, 2 blocks to the west of Fremont High School, just to give you a point of reference there. But again, we are moving northbound up on an intersection, and he's going to go through it. And I can tell you that the LAPD is, again, several units that are in relative close proximity here. And he's going to be coming up on some slower traffic here. Slower traffic, and in fact, a red light in about a block and a half here. So we'll see what he does. Hang on just a moment. Okay, okay. Now coming up, oh my goodness, okay.
Here's a really good coach. She's really good with
traffic. He's got a red light. He's
desserts.
going to make that turn, and that's going to be an eastbound turn. Now he's back on Florence from Main Street. Eastbound Florence from Main, and he's definitely coming up on stop traffic there, and he's going to go around the outside.
Not that her cooking skills are subpar.
Okay. Thank you for that, Rich. Thank you for that.
She made that chili that made me shit in
this
the
guy's kind of ducking
yard.
in, moving in and out. I believe he's gone through the
If I ever write a cookbook, it will have shit in the yard
Is he
chili.
going to come out? There he is. There he is. Now southbound, and that's going to be. I've got you there. That's going to be Pedro, San Pedro Street southbound through the numbered streets. We're talking about the 70s.
That's what I call it,
2nd,
because it made me shit in the yard.
Just one block to the west of Fremont High School. So again, this area that we believe that he might be familiar with, but again, traveling fairly fast, southbound now, and just kind of weaving.
Oh, I can give you more Pete's.
Stop. Okay, he's got a situation up ahead.
Let me finish eating mine.
Move to the right there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there you go. Again,
I said I wouldn't eat all this, but goddamn.
that he'll take us southbound towards the 80s and towards 90th.
You take another bite or two.
If
I'll go put
things,
this up and I'll
hold,
grab
the way they have been in
I'll
this
grab
pattern of driving.
cat for maximum
he might maybe
peatage.
turn northbound up again, up on your 90th. So we'll just kind of watch and wait and see what he does. But for the moment, okay, what was that? My goodness. Okay.
What I miss?
You saw him sliding out there and basically doing a 180. He swapped ends and he's now northbound coming at us, northbound Pedro from about 80th right now. And he's got some slower traffic ahead. He's got cross traffic ahead, opposing traffic ahead, and he's just now going to be coming up on an intersection where he's going to have to go around the outside. Man, okay, just a dangerous situation. Can you imagine being on the streets and having this guy pass you, doing something crazy like that? My goodness. Okay, so
I'd be rooting them on. Nah.
wow. You can see what he's doing here, and
If you are on the streets passing people, doing shit crazy like that, don't forget to call him. 917-830-4359. Goddamn, that's the phone call we got earlier, and I missed it.
Just went on the around the outside of the UPS truck, and now he's an eastbound turn into the neighborhood here. That's going to be 73rd. So, again, in this neighborhood here, we'll see what he does, but again, we're just kind of.
I've got to stop eating this because it's really rich. I'm going to make myself sick.
That car's going to pull over, and he's going to make his way
But
around.
it's so good.
And he is now going to be coming up on the major intersection there. So, okay. Is he trying to decide what he's going to do there? He's stopped. Okay, he's going to be northbound Avalon here. And again, we're going to be coming up on the major.
Northbound Avalon of Babylon.
He's trying to force his way through, and so he kind of did that, and is now eastbound on Florence again. And again, this is an area that we have passed by before just a few minutes ago, just on the
But the
south
disadvantage of the parking garage,
and he's
you have to
making
ditch your
inbound
ride.
turns. Again, units of
It's
the
not
other
a good thing,
in a relative
especially if like you stole a car.
maybe half a
You have
block,
felt it, you're objective, but you might get away from the cops.
Again, the air unit directly above, and they're kind of keeping tabs on where this guy's going. So we'll keep an eye on it as well. In the meantime, guys, I'm going to turn it over to you for just a moment. Okay, I've got you there. We're at 1,000.
He did not want to do that. In case you couldn't tell. He was slippery for a little bit. It took me a little bit to get him. He'd come back and get some pets. But he was still like, he was cautious. He's like, I don't want you to pick me up again, you fucker. I love that cat so much. Curiouser said he was asleep at the door. He wouldn't let her in. He's like, right, because he likes to lay there. He gets rolled up in the curtain on the front door. And he like burritos in front of the front door. He's my guard cat. He keeps everybody away. Did we lose him under the overpass?
Yeah, that's the 110 freeway. That's the Harbor Freeway, and he just kind of went westbound right under it from Gage and the 110 freeway here. So whether or not he popped, okay, he's on the freeway southbound, Rich. He's on the freeway. He's on the freeway southbound.
There we go.
This for just a moment. There you go. There you go. So he's now southbound on the 110 freeway. So he made his way westbound on Gage over to the 110 freeway, and from the 110 freeway he crossed under and entered the southbound lanes of the 110 freeway, and that's kind of what we're tracking at this point here. So he is back on the freeway, guys. You know, we had been coming through South LA here in this
back on the road again.
Part of 30 minutes or so, and now he has re-entered the freeway. And keep in mind that when this thing was coming out of Pomona as a reported stolen vehicle, the speeds were in excess of 80, 90, and 100 miles an hour along the 10 freeway westbound here. So he made his way 10 freeway westbound over to the 101, and it has just been a ride from then until this point now. So again, we are now again southbound on the 110 freeway. We're going to be coming up to the 105 in a matter of about a mile and a half or so, and we will kind of watch and see what he does. He's been taking us on quite a ride this morning, but again, just an exceeding
on a wild ride.
Just a very dangerous situation where this guy is well, not afraid to turn it on and drive aggressively and kind of lead us along a chase here down the 110 freeway over towards the 105. So moving out of that area that we thought that he might be familiar with, that he has been circling for the past 20, 30 minutes. But okay, did he get hit as he was trying?
Oh fuck!
Over? Okay, wrong way driver, wrong stolen vehicle. The speeds were in excess of 80, 90, and 100 miles an hour along the 10 freeway westbound here. So he made his way 10 freeway westbound over to the 101, and it has just been a ride.
Go back too far?
From then until this point now. So again, we are now again southbound on the 110 freeway. We're going to be coming up to the 105 in a matter of about a mile and a half or so, and we will kind of watch and see what he does. He's been taking us on quite a ride this morning, but again, just an exceeding. I've got you. Thanks, Alden. Just a very dangerous situation where
trying to cut across here.
Well, not afraid to turn it on and drive aggressively and kind of lead us along a chase here down the 110 freeway over towards the 105. So moving out of that area that we thought that he might be familiar with, that he has been.
Oh, here's where he
20,
cuts
minutes.
all the way across, loses it. I don't know that he got clipped.
He get hit as he was trying to cross over. Okay, wrong way driver, wrong way driver, wrong way driver. Wrong way driver, hang on. We got a wrong way driver on the southbound 110. Okay, this is going to be.
I think he just lost control. I don't think he hit anybody.
In a situation where he goes head on with someone here. So a wrong way driver. He is going northbound on the southbound 110, and you can see he's crossing right over 95th. He's in the right shoulder, utilizing that right shoulder. Obviously,
left
are
shoulder.
not going to be able to track
no,
him.
right. I guess if you were going the normal way, it would be the right. Yeah.
But you saw him spin out there, and now
it's his left shoulder, though.
Oh my goodness. Okay, a car that was stalled in that right shoulder here, and now he is continuing northbound in southbound lanes of the 110 freeway here. So this is going to be just a very, very dangerous situation here. He has an opportunity to get off the freeway. We'll
get
see
off.
He utilizes that. He's now coming up on the on-ramp. I believe this is going to be Manchester.
Oh, fuck. Rams head first into somebody.
He just crashed. He just crashed into
He
somebody.
ain't done.
He's going to try and back out of this. Oh, my
Yep.
gosh. Okay, so he backs out of this. Wow. You just saw that. My goodness here.
Yeah.
He is getting off on the on-ramp here on the southbound side of the 110 freeway at Manchester here. At Manchester, he's now made that turn. He's now back on surface streets.
Like a rock.
LAPD going the other way. Those LAPD units are going to have to cross over the island here and head the other way because there he is coming out, and he is not, well, he can't so... Okay, he's going to stay on surface streets here, and several units of the LAPD and CHP are in relative close proximity here, but they are facing the wrong way here. Now, he is eastbound on Manchester, just crossed Broadway. He's going to be coming up on Main Street. He has a red light that just turned green, but a lot of slower traffic. I believe this is only going to be 2 or 3 lanes available to him.
You got something against some fried chicken?
Sidewalk to try it. Oh, okay, what is he going to do?
On the sidewalk.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, he's just utilizing the sidewalk now. And
Cuts back across.
the main,
Oh, shit.
Main Street, I believe. He's at Main Street. I think he's going to be turning northbound on Main from Manchester. So, woo, that sequence of events that we've seen in the last 3 to 4 minutes, just wow, my goodness, that is a dangerous deal here. So now he's still accelerating at some pretty high rates of speed here, but the LAPD, again, picking him back up with 5 units that are in relative...
Yes, my lord. This was a good pick. You picked a...
half a block, maybe
You picked a good chase.
The LAPD Air Unit and Sky 5 HD, we are directly over, kind of watching his action.
Silent, welcome in.
Along Main Street northbound.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Into the 80s and now into the 70s that we had seen him just a few minutes ago. So
Grapes by.
in this neighborhood here, a couple of blocks west of Fremont High School, northbound on Main Street. He's in the 70s and just heading northbound over towards Florence. So, again, not afraid to use the wrong lanes of traffic here. You saw him doing that on the 110 freeway here. Just a radical display of driving here. Just very aggressive and just doing anything he... okay. He's got he's got opposing traffic. There's a... Okay. Wow, just he's got a slower vehicle ahead of him here, and so he's trying to do what he can to make his way around that work truck here, but that work truck is not letting him go, maybe not realizing what is going on here. He's just coming up on Florence, and now he's going to go right through the intersection there. So continuing northbound on Main Street past Florence, and again, this is that neighborhood that he had been circling for the better part of 30 minutes here, and he just essentially kind of came right back to it. He's making an eastbound turn over on 6-9 eastbound from Maine.
I don't think they want their brands associated with criminality, or I would totally make a commercial out of.
Cross traffic. Okay, wow. He's now southbound.
Look how tough our fucking Chevy is.
Again, working this same neighborhood here, guys. Boy, that sequence of driving that we just saw over the course of the last 5 minutes or so was exceedingly dangerous there. Southbound on the 110 freeway, then spinning out and utilizing the right-hand shoulder to go the wrong way northbound. So then colliding head-on with that vehicle who was just trying to get on the freeway from Manchester. So he has actually made his way back to this same area here. We're just 1 block west of Fremont High School. We're now southbound on Pedro, and again in the 70s, I think 76th is where we are at here, and it looks like he wants a U-turn here. If he U-turns, it's 1 lane of traffic, and that's going to be tied up. Okay, he's going to go in that left turn pocket and go straight through the intersection there, and you basically pass all those LAPD units that are chasing him. Now the LAPD units are trying to turn around and
Taunt him.
reacquire, and he's now making his way up to Florence. And at Florence, where he is at right now, okay, it's going to be an eastbound turn on Florence from Pedro. So just an unpredictable drive from this guy. Given the fact that he's working the same general area here, that might be the only predictable thing about him. But just you never know where he's going to turn, left, turn right. It's just hard to predict what this guy's going to do. We understand that some of the ground units may be authorized to utilize bike strips, but given the fact that he's driving so erratically, so unpredictably, it's hard to know what street he's going to turn on here. So I would venture to say anything south of Florence, anything east of Main Street is going to be fair game here, and we're talking about a lot of residential areas here, and you can see that he is kind of picking up speed, accelerating beyond some of the LAPD units. Bear with me here. Let me send it back to you guys for just a moment. Okay.
Oh, I gotta talk. You send it back to me for a moment. I was cleaning up my Glastonbury playlist and putting the newer stuff on there for Live Music Monday, directly after the Troll Patrol. We're still gonna do a little news. We still got plenty more police chase to go, actually. This dude's crazy. I love it. Oh! You still got control of it. Somehow, some way.
Westbound turn on 73rd. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, this guy is definitely circling the same general area here. He's basically northbound Avalon, just coming up on Florence here. He might go through the intersection. My thought is that if he goes northbound, and it looks like he is, he might do what he...
Ben Vox, I'll tell you good evening.
And make a turn.
Chevy.
And circle back south here. So right now we're north of Florence. He doesn't seem to spend much time north of Florence here before turning and then going back southbound. But we'll kind of watch and see what he does here. Generally speaking, he has been holding in the neighborhood, maybe east of Maine, south of Florence, west of Central, and north of Manchester. So that kind of a grid type is what we've been following him. Right now he's actually technically outside that grid, but again, he will move north of Florence like he just did, but again, my thought is that he will likely end up turning and circling back. So now he has an opportunity for a left turn, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to be coming back down. That's going to be Pedro southbound from 68th. And now coming back down towards Florence. Does he want to make that right turn? It looks like he wants to hook a right into the residential. Okay, so he's making that westbound turn over on 69th and heading over towards Main Street. He's going to have to make a turn left or right once he does get to Main Street here, so let's see what he does here. So again, this is just that kind of that large grid pattern that I believe he's been circling here. So okay, as he comes down on Main Street, he's going to be coming up on Florence, and there are units. Okay, let's kind of watch this. Rich, widen out just a touch, widen out just. He's going to blow through the intersection here, but there are a couple of units of the LAPD who are waiting over on the northwest corner. I believe that's a Winchell's or something, but at any rate, they were waiting for him and were preventing him basically from turning west. Okay, so maybe revealing a little bit of strategy there, but they're kind of corralling him back into the neighborhood here. So now eastbound on, hang on, let me turn around here, Florence. And now northbound. Okay,
Sound like he's taking a shit. Mr. Spronk, welcome in. You're going to take a shit while you're covering a police chase. You need to make sure to wash your ass.
Kind of narrowing their scope of of their perimeter there, and they kind of are tracking him in a tighter perimeter here. So he's now westbound again, westbound on what is that going to be, 70th Rich, and he's going to be heading back towards Maine. And once he gets to Maine, it's going to be a left turn or right turn, and that's going to happen in just a couple of seconds here. He's going to make a right turn. It looks like he wants to make a right or a left. Okay, southbound turn, left turn southbound, and that's going to be over towards Florence, and that's going to be towards that donut shop. Those two cops are waiting right there for him. He's going to go through the parking lot. Those are the cops that are waiting for him. Oh, my gosh. He's going to go around the backside of them.
Yes!
Now westbound on Florence here.
What were they thinking?
We've seen that.
Why did they think that would work?
That they were able to spike
Stupid fucking cops.
But I don't know that they were able to engage the spike strip. So now, again, he's just crossing.
Sports cards, welcome in.
And now
yeah, fucking cops are fucking dumb.
Let's see, he can't get on the 110 freeway northbound right here if he okay, well, there you go. Is he going to stay in the neighborhood? Okay, he's going to stay in the neighborhood here. He's going to stay in the neighborhood. That's going to be Grand Avenue, which is just parallel to the 110 freeway over on the east side of it. And now he is northbound. This is going to be an area that is pretty secluded here, but he's just now coming up on another intersection where he can go straight or turn left or turn right now. Bear with us here. He's going to go right through it. He's going to go right through it. And now he is going to join the off-ramp, I believe, here. He's going to be joining the off-ramp off the northbound 110. But it looks like he's kind of slowing down, trying to figure out what he wants to do here. Potential imminent foot bail, who knows? So, again, okay, coming up on Gage.
Eminem foot bail?
Looks like he wants to make a left turn. So this is where we were just a few minutes ago when he went under the 110 freeway and picked up the 110 freeway south. And so I don't know that this is a circle that he wants to make again, but it certainly is a possibility. Bear with us here. It looks like he may be entering, and there he is, 110 freeway south. And we've done this circle before. Here we go, 110 freeway south from Gage.
We were here before.
Bear with us here just a moment here. Again, 110 freeway south.
I'm bearing with you.
Something that we just saw about 10 minutes.
God damn, I'm not high enough for this shit.
At Gage, and it looks like he's getting off immediately here. And we'll kind of watch and see what he does. Where is he going to pop out here, Rich? Bear with me just a second, Rich. Okay. Okay, and it's a westbound turn, and that's going to be Florence, guys. Back on Florence, westbound, and a northbound turn on Fig. Yeah, northbound turn on Fig from Florence here. And now he has basically worked his way over to the west side of the
farm to table.
So we have not seen that too much from this guy throughout the course of the pursuit here, but you can see, again, he's accelerating pretty quickly here. So pretty aggressive driving as he accelerates northbound along the west side of the
So to catch everyone up, my old pot dealers sent
Lawson here in about
some pot
maybe 3/4 of a mile
sparkles.
or so. He can, of course, make a right-hand turn here, and it looks like
for when she visited Curiouser.
That's going to be Gage.
And Curiouser and I smoked it. That's what I just smoked.
What?
And Curiouser and I both thought it was like THCA. We thought it was the fake weed because we've been so spoiled.
Now eastbound, again on Gage, coming up on Broadway.
On the shit we get from the dispensary. Oh, God.
Okay. That guy was in the left turn pocket making the left turn, and this guy was coming head on with him. So
amazing there was not a collision there.
On Broadway from Gage. And that's kind of
I'm smoking farm to table. He grew it himself.
Hanging back about a block at this point, maybe a block and a half, but within striking distance should they decide to accelerate and meet up with this guy here. But again, my sense is that this guy at some point is going to make a southbound turn, but we'll kind of follow through and wait and see what he does here. He is northbound on Broadway, now coming up on Slauson. I
do miss, like, he would sell it to me for like $100 an ounce. And I'd buy 3 or 4 fucking ounces at a time. And then just sit and smoke.
So we can kind of keep up with him. But again, you can see how he is accelerating away and just now moving.
I think he cut me a deal one time on a quarter pound. I was buying quarter pounds for like fucking 300 or some shit.
Again, now we're moving into an area northbound along Broadway here, just parallel to 110 freeway. We've passed Slauson. So we will be coming up shortly. Hang on a second here, guys. He's in the shadows there, but bear with us. We're going to do what we can to maintain a relative close proximity to him. The LAPD airship, of course, is above, and they are kind of watching. LAPD ground units about a block and a half, maybe closer to 2 blocks behind him now. They're kind of tracking him. But again, this guy is moving fairly rapidly there, and there's no need to be on the opposite side of the road, but
I bet the black market hated to lose me.
oh my gosh, okay.
I was such a dependable fucking customer.
Okay, a left turn westbound from Broadway over towards the 110.
I don't buy piddly amounts.
He is going to have an opportunity to get on the freeway here, northbound or southbound, or pass over to the west side of the 110. So now let's see what he does here. If he makes that left turn here.
But then again, that's how you make the money, selling it by the gram.
Okay, there he is. If he comes out,
The motherfuckers over on college
he
campuses.
has the opportunity for the 110 south, but it looks like he's going to go straight over to Fig. Straight over to Fig from Vernon. And he's going to continue westbound here. So, guys, let me get lined up a little bit better here. But, again, westbound on Vernon. He's basically a few blocks south of USC at this point. He should be coming up on Hoover and beyond that Vermont Avenue here. So, just to kind of give you guys an idea, he's west of the 110 freeway along bear with me here, Vernon. And he should be crossing over Hoover and over towards Vermont, making a further trek west.
I knew a Vernon one time.
About
He was a good guy.
west of the 110 freeway at this point, and he still continues west.
Might still be a good guy. I'm talking about him like he's in the past tense.
We'll kind of track this guy and see what he does. But again, this is an area that we have not.
I assume he's still alive. He wasn't like
and definitely away from that.
my age or maybe a little bit older.
He was familiar with, and
Don't hit the
better
pedestrian.
part of 30 to 45 minutes here. So
Like that was somebody like
on this track, another 50
skateboarding.
miles will be over in Lamert Park, the Crenshaw district here, and that's kind of the direction we're headed.
In the Crenshaw district.
Southwest of the
I would give anything in the world to piss in the Crenshaw district's eye pussy.
along Vernon Avenue here, passing Normandy. We'll be coming up on a western here, and now a southbound turn. So this is curious here to see what he does here. He's behind some trees, behind a couple of buildings, but I can see him moving slowly, and he's in the wrong way of traffic there. So he was in opposing lanes of traffic here, going head on or facing.
Well, man, do you expect anything less of him?
But he is now southbound. Airship directly above him, Sky 5 HD, watching from a little bit to the northeast here as we track him southbound. And he is going to be southbound on Normandy. Around 49, we should be heading into the 50s at some point. And in terms of surface streets, and you can see that, again, he is trying to accelerate away from the LAPD units, at least on the ground. And he is relatively speaking able to do that right now. I believe they're hanging back in tracking mode, but they're doing their very best to kind of maintain visual on him from about a block and a half away here. But again, as I mentioned, the airship is above. We are a little bit north and behind, but we're
Thread the needle
doing
there.
what we can. Oh, okay, I've got you there. Thank you. We're
Okay.
doing what we can to maintain visual as well. He's just now coming up on Slauson. Let's see what he does at this major. He can always go through it, but he definitely has a red light with cross.
I thought he was going to get hit.
Now having to negotiate with, so let's see what he does here. Again, that's Slauson. He's going to make that eastbound turn. Eastbound on Slauson here from Normandy, heading back towards the 110 freeway. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. I've got you, Aldo. Okay, eastbound on Slauson, and let's see what he does. It looks like he's slowing down to make a decision here, and he's going to be coming northbound. Oh my goodness, okay, northbound on Budlong, and he's essentially coming right towards us here. Units of the LAPD about a block behind him, so they're following in relative close proximity here. Again, the airship above, and we are now tracking this guy as he makes his way through, well, definitely a residential neighborhood here in South LA here, guys.
You know, Libertad, I don't remember. I feel like I just got some sort of scar, generic scar or something.
Darn it.
I don't remember what I used to make that. It's not an actual pussy.
I've got you.
I don't think.
Oof.
Maybe, I mean. Pussy does look like an axe wound. I'm a horrible person. Cancel Justin.
South on Vermont.
Honestly, long ass chase like this, probably should watch it like time and a half. But then we miss out on the really fun bits.
5-4.
Or I have to like go back and rewind. Slow it back down. Alright, let's watch this.
Hoover. He'll be Hoover, southbound Hoover over to Slauson.
You made me snort. That'd be just my luck. This man showed a real pussy. Place of that dude's eyeball. That military vet's eyeball. Refer to him as some dude. He is some dude now. He's lost all his relevance. Do we ever talk about Dan Crenshaw anymore? Only when I bring him up.
Okay, gotcha, Aldo, thanks. Yeah, southbound on Hoover.
Show my pussy?
Eastbound turn, I believe.
Oh, yeah, Krill.
Eastbound.
Yeah, but do you have a request?
Coming up on
I see a Maynard.
in about half a block or so. And
I don't know if I see a
down a little bit
Smokey.
here for traffic up ahead.
I see a
We're
Sox.
trying to see what he's up to, but he's going to be coming up on the intersection here
Ow.
slowly, and he's got a decision to make here. If he goes straight, he's going to make the northbound turn. So here we go, northbound on Figueroa, and again coming up on Slauson, and I'm right on top of Slauson here, so he's kind of headed towards us.
I scooped up
He's making that eastbound turn
Socrates.
again, okay. Eastbound.
He's always really shy. He like curls into me. He does the same thing like when I had to take him to the vet and shit. Like he just
over towards the east side of the 110 freeway.
like a baby.
Let's see, 59. Again on 59.
But he's the sweetest one.
Through the residential, it's kind of a mixed area, residential, a little bit of industrial, but again,
I wake up with that cat right here in my face. Like he cuddles with me every night.
San Pedro over towards those areas where it becomes a little bit more industrial here, and he'll have to make a turn.
I've had people spend the night and the cat inserts himself between the two of us.
Right about now, and we'll see where he pops out here. So it's going to be a left turn northbound or a right turn southbound. It looks like a right turn southbound. Right turn southbound on Avalon. So we've seen
like
that
he
before
gets
here. So
jealous.
now he is generally moving back into that original area here, that original kind of grid that we had been watching him. Make here. So he's in this industrial area here for the next couple of blocks, and it's an eastbound.
Well, if anybody doesn't know the reason why I hate Dan Crenshaw so much, it goes way back
utility trucks that he's trying
to when Pete Davidson made a joke about him on SNL.
This
is probably 2017, 2018.
and eventually he'll
Probably did he get elected in 2018? That sounds about right. He probably got elected in 2018.
We're about a block north of the postal annex, just to give you an idea here.
And he had been all like anti-woke and shit,
again,
but then made Pete Davidson apologize
they've pulled up on the pursuit here, so they're in
for a joke. And then he got to milk it for an SNL appearance out of it.
Central.
And I despise him for that.
Turn. And once he gets a couple of blocks south of here, he's going to be in that
Fucking hate his guts.
in that zone that we had
Complain about everything being woke and cancel culture and shit, and force a comedian to apologize, and like
west, central to the east, and maybe
not a hint of hypocrisy or shame or embarrassment.
Square is what he had been generally driving through for several minutes there, but we are on.
Good evening, War Machine. And I don't disagree with that statement, but like Pete Davidson was forced to. It's more that I hate that Dan Crenshaw did that I'm taking up for Pete Davidson.
He's going to make that right turn. That's going to be a westbound. Oh my gosh. Okay, you saw that pedestrian nearly get nailed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So
Chank made Hassan apologize about Dan Crenshaw. He also made a joke about his stupid fucking eye patch.
Some involvement. They're not sure. Rich, our Sky5 photographer, saying
he's a horrible fucking person. Make the fucking. I mean,
something
I don't even think he lost it in combat, if I remember correctly.
Something that we will be reviewing.
It is pretty terrible.
In front of the
Warlord.
On Florence, now coming.
Oh shit! Oh shit! He's losing control.
What he's doing? Is he going to go through? He is.
You're up late, my friend. How are you?
Okay, fair enough. I've got you. Okay, southbound on Avalon here. So that'll be curious to know if that pedestrian did have.
No, I'm fine. I love you. Love you, Warlord.
This vehicle here, so that will be strange to. We'll try and review the tape on that at some point and see if there was some.
Oh, I had no clue.
Again, he's right at Fremont High School.
I don't keep up with Hassan.
High School.
I almost banned the phrase Hassan.
Let's see, 7-6, and hang on here. He's now northbound again.
I don't even think he lost it in combat, though.
And another block and a half. So we'll watch what he does as he plows through this intersection.
Julie, did I tell you good evening?
Here, so he's going to have to make a decision, left turn, right turn.
I mean, fair enough. It's called the Troll Patrol.
Sure does. Okay. I wonder if that white truck is trying to interfere.
Oh.
Are you trolling?
Okay, white truck is interfering. Okay.
No, you piece of shit.
Hang on.
Push him out of the way.
LAPD close in behind. Let's see what happens here. They're going to box him in, and that white pickup truck certainly played a role in the stoppage of this pursuit here. That the silver Silverado just can't get by at this point here. So it looks like there's going to be some involvement by some civilians here. Are they going to try and push that white truck out of the way? Okay. So bear with us here.
Back it up. Go around him.
Okay, I see smoke. Is that from the tire? Okay, so he's trying to push that.
Oh, God, guys, what do you think is going to happen? Oh, he is trying to push him.
White truck out of the way. The LAPD is now kind of closing in, guns drawn. Okay, oh my gosh, this guy does not want to go. Here we go. Oh gosh, okay. Rich, let's widen. Just a touch. Let's widen out because this might not end very nicely here. This white truck is definitely trying to intervene here. And the guy just kind of plows through. You saw that, and now he's back on Florence. So this is just now kind of makes you wonder, what kind of desperate situation is this? You know, is it just a stolen vehicle, or is there something more to it at this point here? So he's got some smoke coming from the left rear of the vehicle. I wonder if that had an effect on a tire or what have you here. He just doesn't seem to be moving as fast as he was. So now, of course, you have to think.
I think he's blown one.
For a foot bail here. In this situation, you would normally see this guy accelerating at higher speeds here, trying to get away from the LAPD. Not the case right now. He is going to be San Pedro northbound. And you can see the smoke coming from the left rear of the truck there. So I'm wondering if this truck is some way disabled here. I wonder if he's got a flat left rear tire. He's going to make that left turn into the neighborhood. That's going to be 6'9", I believe, 6'9". Okay, there you go. I don't know if we can see much of that left rear tire, but it certainly looks like he's been disabled in some way here. And now he's going to be making his way westbound, and okay, yeah, there it goes. That tire just came loose. So this truck is, it's going to be a little bit disabled here, and he's going to have to really make this truck work to make it do anything.
Ooh, yeah.
We have residents coming out from the left side there, maybe coming out to look. Okay, so this is going to be 69th. The one, okay.
Quesadilla, welcome in.
He's still pushing his way to the west. bear with us. This is all playing out.
This is coming to an end here.
On our air. Sky 5 HD was the first overhead with this, but now
Light one up, tip one back.
from the left rear. The tire is gone, and now he's coming up on the main street here. So, again, this is going to be Main Street as he makes his left turn southbound. Left turn southbound, and he's not going to be able to maneuver as, well, deftly as he was earlier on because, well, look.
Poor Machine, I saw that she threatened to introduce the bill. I don't know that she actually did.
Now he's made a move to the west. This is going to be inevitable that this ends at some point here. It's just how he chooses to end it. It's entirely up to him whether or not he wants to give this.
Tier 2, welcome in.
Not, but again, it looks like there are two people in that vehicle, a driver and a passenger, and he's going to be. What are you doing up ahead, dude? Okay, so there is. He's coming up on Broadway, and there is someone.
I think she was just fucking trying to get retweets or
I
something.
wonder if there's some sort of. Okay, no, he's.
But I mean, it's possible.
Okay. You see that van right there to the right, Rich? Okay, now that van is pushing forward. So, okay, maybe no involvement, but I think he's just stopping to watch the action there. But, okay, this guy's moving over to Grand Avenue again, and it looks like he wants to make that northbound turn. Okay, remember a few minutes ago here, as he was northbound on Grand, getting closer to Gage, he had actually slowed down, maybe considering a foot bail at some point, and that is going to be about half a mile ahead. So whether or not that is going to be a consideration for him again, who knows, but we will see. And at this point, at the rate that he is driving,
the driver is rimming.
Close proximity here, and
if you're gonna do some rimming,
got an LAPD unit ahead of him, and that guy's going to
you
let
should
him
totally wash your ass.
This is going to be Grand, and he's going to be coming up on Gage, I believe. So this is something that we've seen before. It was right around here that he had slowed down to
language. I have no idea.
Here, so don't know if that's going to happen, but I can tell you that he has been through this particular stretch before, at least once, perhaps twice. Now he's going to be meeting up with the folks who are getting off on the off-ramp here at Gage on the northbound side.
He is very determined to flee, though.
Over on the left side. Those are the folks who just exited the 110 freeway north at Gage, and he is going to take the eastbound turn. So he's making a right turn eastbound on Gage into traffic here. So it's going to be a little bit slow.
There are two people in the vehicle.
He's now going to be encountering here, and now he's weaved back into his lane and just doing whatever it takes. You know, considering he's got a disabled vehicle here, he's still getting the most out of it in terms of him just kind of riding the wheel there over on the left rear. So he's not able to accelerate very quickly. He's
goddamn right.
Kind of leading this the LAPD on a what you might consider at this point a slow speed chase. They are immediately behind him in case this guy decides to footbill. They're going to be right there behind him and ready to chase this guy down, and perhaps the passenger as well. So it looks like there are at least two people inside the vehicle as he comes up. Okay, here we go. Cross traffic, cross traffic. Whoa! Woo! Okay, that's going to be Main Street.
Oh my God!
I do have you. Thank you. We're eastbound. Okay, slow speed, now eastbound on Gage. He just crossed over Broadway, and this is going to be a residential area here. And the cars that are ahead of him going westbound, they are all kind of pulling over at this point because they see what is coming their way. They see the LAPD helicopter. They see all the LAPD.
He has made contact with multiple vehicles.
Again, just a situation where some of the people are well, definitely watching what's going on here and pulling off to the right shoulder. So that's what's going on. He's through that intersection, and that is going to be Pedro. And he'll be heading over towards Avalon here now. Up ahead of him about half a block is going to be a lot of stop traffic. It's a red light up ahead, and we have a row of perhaps 20 vehicles here that are waiting for that stopped red light. And he's just going to go in the opposite lanes of traffic, and he's just going to plow right through there. So there you go. Coming up on the intersection here, we have pedestrians crossing southbound and an LAPD unit. Oh, this is not going to be good. This is not going to be good. Okay, he's made that southbound turn on Avalon here. Southbound turn on Avalon. My gosh, you're seeing this. This is just unbelievable here, guys. Just refusing to give up. And you kind of wonder what is going on beyond just a stolen vehicle out of Pomona here. But again, southbound on Avalon, and we'll be coming up on Florence.
So I guess stolen vehicle is what we're watching.
On the south side of the postal annex.
But possible other...
As this guy leads us on this pursuit here.
Other charges.
Okay.
Yeah, we have been through this part of town like 4 times already. Does he seem to be? There's still rallies? I didn't know they still existed. I also don't remember how old this is.
Okay. Thank you for that, Rich.
Rallies has the best fries. You can buy them in a store too. I do get them. I don't really care for French fries. A lot of people disagree with me. I don't think it's a good side. I'd rather have like a cheese stick. I like the curly fries at Arby's. But the Rallies, like spiced fries, oh, those are so good. I like the ones at Five Guys too. Oh shit! What was
that?
Did he throw something at him? I mean, I make my own French fries myself. You know, he threw something at the suspect.
I've got you. Thank you.
Looked like he might have thrown like a rock or something, but he could have been like cheering him on. I just think French fries are they're basic bitch.
It's okay. Okay, more smoke.
But like, I like to cook things from scratch. I do my own shit. I don't need no fucking air fryer. Sorry, Blash. Oh, people fucking love their air fryers. Ooh, Krispy Kreme are so good. I went to college where Krispy Kreme was invented. You can go to the original, but it's called something else now because they sold the rights.
Yeah, there you go. Blowing through that intersection here. You know, typically what we had seen here.
Potatoes are amazing. I eat potatoes like every fucking day.
Take us to about 90th, maybe a little bit past 90th.
I just think French fries are kind of a bland
up towards Florence, but you kind of saw earlier
side dish. If I can trade them out for something else,
might have been.
like I really like mozzarella sticks.
Interfering in some way, but I would have to believe that this is probably an area that he is familiar with, especially just along Avalon, south of Florence. There you see a lot of folks that are at
fries and like fucking
Avalon, and I think Rich.
I do not eat healthy at all. I mean, I eat fruits and vegetables, and I love salad and shit. But like,
someone who is
I eat so much cheese and heavy cream shit,
familiar with the area,
and fried oils, and guy clogged fucking arteries for sure. Like both my parents have had like my mom had a heart attack. She's still alive. My dad had a heart attack, but I think he was speedballing.
You will see intermittently some spurts of smoke coming from the left rear of the vehicle here.
I'll just eat butter. Like you know what the fucking Irish, what is it, Kerrygold fucking butter? You just like eat that with a spoon. It's so fucking good.
On Trek along Century Boulevard, you'll be over at Main Street shortly.
That's what I'm telling you.
With the option, of course, of Main Street turning northbound. Or south.
If they tell you I off myself or I overdosed, they're lying. Somebody killed me. Investigate. If I die of a heart attack,
that left rear tire here. So you saw that turn kind of gingerly moving northbound here.
We're being mauled by a big kitty.
That is basically a
You
slow
know that was the real way I
30
went.
miles an hour here now northbound from Century along Main
You remember that, chat?
definitely an option
Remember that.
for him to just pull over and give up peacefully here.
I'm a
He's in
coward.
it for, I think he's in it for the crowd.
I'm also like, I don't suffer from depression. I've never had suicidal ideation. I need to stop saying that. I've always said that as a joke.
Does, but certainly
Now I feel bad about it.
now northbound on
Cancel
Main,
Justin.
and, he's going to be in the 90s pretty
The
soon.
leopard eats my face. That was for real.
Once he gets down to the 70s,
But if they say I committed suicide,
over towards
then
over
the
towards
cops
coastal annex.
are framing me
But,
for
again,
something.
This is something that we
Like the
have
cops
seen,
did it.
this kind of that pattern of driving that we have
Framing me.
observed, for the past
The
hour.
cops set me up.
So LAPD again still directly overhead. LAPD units on the ground.
I'm bigger than I've ever been, but I don't think I'm fat, and it's weird that I get called fat by,
There is that potential for two.
I get called fat by a lot of people online. Like,
But at some point,
it wouldn't be a big deal if I was, but I don't think I am.
and
I've filled out. I used to be so fucking thin,
so
the
far
wind would carry me
by
away.
the actions of this driver.
I always had good metabolism. It's slowing down as I get older.
Did he make that right turn? He made the right turn in front.
I've got a bit of a gut, and it's because I eat the way I told you. Like, I'm a fucking southerner.
Here, there he goes, popping out.
I like
Into the
fattening
neighborhood, and
foods.
that's gonna be 80,
Oh, and I eat a lot of chocolate. I love chocolate.
on the eastbound turn from Main Street here. So eastbound 87 from Main into the residential area.
Is that leopard checking me
Okay,
out?
let's see what he does here. In another half a block, he's got an intersection. So my sense is that
3 times a day. Those are rookie numbers. You gotta bump those numbers up.
north here. He might go over towards Avalon and turn north, but it looks like he's going to turn north right here, and that's going to be Pedro here.
I shit 3 times within like the first 20 minutes of being awake.
Turns. It's a real slow go trying to get that truck moving once he starts out of that turn here.
It's where I'll come lay back down like,
that left rear.
But then again,
Go here.
you
The
should
car's already
like I
10
fucking.
minutes at this point here, but I can see LAPD.
And sometimes I feel like I eat like a little kid too.
Intersection. Hang on, that's going to be coming up. Let me look over to the. Okay.
I'm always having pizza and burgers, but like I'm cooking them myself,
Northbound.
making my own pizza, making my own burgers.
Northbound here, and again, just a slow speed chase at this point, and probably likely a situation where he'd like to go faster but just can't. So we'll see what happens here. He's in that left
Total
spot, but
piss.
he's just going straight up San Pedro here through the 80s, 84th Street, and so at some point he will be coming up on the 70s, and my sense is that he'll probably come up on a situation where he wants
Beans and rice or eggs? I fucking love beans.
what happens here, but this
I always get beans with my Mexican food.
familiarity
That's
that
one of the
he
like.
was,
I've tried to expand my horizons. When I go to a Mexican restaurant now, I try to get something other than a chimichanga. But for the longest time,
progression for the past
it's just
hour.
a chimichanga comes with like rice and beans and extra like cheese and guac and pico. It comes with everything.
Displayed here by some of the actions that he's put on display here, but
And it's fried. It's a fried burrito.
okay. Is that white truck?
Oh, I fucking love beans
The
so
white truck?
much.
Okay, if there's damage to the rear of that white truck, that is going to be the same truck here.
I make my own tacos.
Ahead of him, Rich.
But like I'll get the
Hang on. Okay.
Doritos Locos
Hang on.
tacos, but they're not like that branded. But they're just like, cheese dusted tacos.
Okay, he's through the alley. 7, I've got you.
Love fucking tacos.
Okay. Okay, through
They're
a narrow alley.
trying to make a run for it,
He's going to be north
possibly.
on the west side of San Pedro and through.
Because there's a passenger. There's 2 people in the
This
truck.
truck really has a hard time going here. Really has a hard time going. Once he comes out of the turn.
Now I'm getting fucking
The
hungry.
fire coming from that left rear. Oh my God! At some point, and it's going to be sooner than later.
I'm gonna go make mac and cheese after I get off
He's going
stream
to be able to box these guys in as they
with sausage in it.
here. So it becomes more dangerous here in that the desperation that.
I love tortillas.
But you can see.
I love to get like one of the the big
crawling along and
fucking packages of tortillas, and I'll wear myself out on tortillas,
unit
making breakfast burritos,
are along 7
enchiladas.
between Pedro heading westbound towards Avalon here. So that's the direction that we're going here. So bear with us, actually towards Main Street.
Yeah, I haven't made enchiladas in a long time. I need to do that.
About 100 or maybe 200 yards, this guy is going to have to make a decision here.
You're nasty, Flash. That is... I'm gonna gag.
Have that section more or less blocked off, but we'll see if this guy even has the momentum. You saw it, guys.
Boo. My mac and cheese tops both of my grandparents' fucking... I'm raised by Southern grandparents.
A little bit rich. Are you actually looking at the arrest? Okay. Okay. If you
my mac and cheese fucking blows theirs away.
Okay, Rich, if you tilt up towards Main Street, it's a zoo.
Are you wanting to rescue a puppy? Have you been to the shelter? Oh yeah, the best mac and cheese is baked. But you gotta make a roux. Add your cheese in and shit. If I want to go real fancy, okay. I'm gonna put some feta on top of it with a fucking breadcrumbs. Is this over?
Wow.
Wow, he says. Okay. News. All right. Death toll rises in Texas. We got flooding in North Carolina again. This time last year, North Carolina hit hard by flooding. This is going to be abbreviated news. We're going to go fast.
Big Shack at I ordered at 8:45, and then 10 minutes later, water started flooding through the doors, and then everyone inside started panicking a little bit, figuring out what to do. So we waited inside for 5 minutes until the employees said we should just make a run for it. So then they pushed open the doors, and then I made it out to my car, and I noticed there was already water inside of it.
My team is amazing. They, acted quickly. They cut the power to make sure nobody got electrocuted. They cut the gas to make sure nothing was leaking overnight. They got everyone out safely and made sure everyone could get home. So they're just the best, and they did their best in an absolute awful situation. So I'm very proud of them.
Okay. So my fiance moved his RAV4 and I tried to move my car, but I couldn't make it out. So I ended up on the back side of the apartments. I had to stand on the stairs until somebody came and rescued me. And I stood there maybe about 5 hours before they got to me. I had a flashlight and I kept flashing it to let them know that I needed help. So they finally came and got me.
Well, this is the hills of Appalachia.
I never experienced anything like that. I don't want to go through that again.
This is in the hills of fucking Appalachia. It don't flood in the hills of Appalachia. Well, I guess it does now. It never did when I was a kid. The death toll has risen since we checked in, when we came on about an hour and a half ago. It was 92. We're now over 100.
Welcome back. The death toll continues to increase in Texas after devastating floods hit the state over the weekend. At least 100 people are confirmed dead and more are still missing. Jacqueline Lee with ABC News has a closer look.
New video shows the dramatic rescue of a man in Kerrville, Texas. This RV surrounded by floodwaters. The Coast Guard coming in by helicopter and lifting him to safety. ABC's Maria Villarreal embedded with the Coast Guard as they search through the dense forest.
We got a FLIR camera on the front of the aircraft. It is a very good camera that we have, and it's also an infrared camera, so we can find heat signatures, things like that.
Crews out in force searching for survivors, with roads transformed into rivers after extreme flash flooding over the weekend. More than 400 first responders from 20 different agencies helping rescue nearly 1,000 people since Friday. Dozens still missing.
I need to tell my community.
Yeah, too much rain in one place, droughts in another place.
This will be a rough week. Primary search continues, and we remain hopeful.
This woman found clinging to a tree with floodwaters rushing below. Waters rising 26 feet in less than an hour over the weekend. Officials say many were asleep. The Guadalupe River overflowing, tearing through nearby Camp Mystic, where 750 girls were spending the holiday weekend. Some still reported missing, including 10-year-old camper Greta Toronzo from Houston. Among the dead, recent high school graduate and camp counselor Chloe Childress.
Oh my God.
Her family saying she lived a beautiful life of joy and faith, adding she was looking forward to dedicating her summer days to loving and mentoring young girls at Camp Mystic. Campers Sarah Marsh and Janie Hunt, just 8 and 9 years old, also killed.
For families to let go of their loved ones and not knowing they won't see them again, that's very devastation.
Just go hug your kids, because I got to tell you, I hugged my girls with tears in my eyes, because
oh, fuck you, Ted Cruz.
There, but for the grace of God go I.
But I owe you an apology, because many times I've been told that I cannot show Ted Cruz without showing a content warning first.
Greta Toronzo from Houston. Among the dead, recent high school graduate and camp counselor Chloe Childress. Her family saying she lived a beautiful life of joy and faith, adding she was looking forward to dedicating her summer days to loving and mentoring young girls at Camp Mystic. Campers Sarah Marsh and Janie Hunt, just 8 and 9 years old, also killed.
For families to let go of their loved ones and not knowing they won't see them again, that's very devastation.
Just go hug your kids, because I got to tell you, I hugged my girls with tears in my eyes, because every one of us who's a parent, there, but for the grace of God go I.
And search and rescue will be working around the clock, climbing through this dense forest of trees, trying to recover any survivors and any bodies. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Kerrville, Texas.
I have no idea where he is, Flash. Here was Trump's response when asked about the flooding. Don't tell me he was in Cancun. In Greece, oh my God. Of course he was.
In light of the floods, do you think that the federal government needs to hire back any of the meteorologists who were fired in the last few months?
I wouldn't know that. I really wouldn't. I would think not. This was a thing that happened in seconds. Nobody expected it. Nobody saw it. Very talented people are there, and they didn't see it. It's, I guess they said, once in 100 years. They've never seen anything like this. So I wouldn't, I mean, people are trying to blame the school. They're trying to blame the camp. They're trying to blame. It's just a horrible thing. But no, I wouldn't say that, no.
In light of the floods, do you think that the federal government needs to...
The local officials had an insane response.
How in the world you can have so many campers in the way of this danger and not taken out of there ahead of this war?
Yeah, you know, that's the question of the hour. But, you know, with these, this is, last time it was this bad, and this one is even worse than that, was 1987. You can't predict it. Everybody in the media even knows, everybody who does this and sees this every single day, you have the inverse effect of, if you continue to push it, and you see this in Houston areas all the time, you cry wolf. What happens when you continue to, ramp things up and
cry wolf?
Put a lot of information out there. Again, not to harp on the media, but there's a lot of stuff that gets overspun up, and we see that way too often, and then that trickles down. So we did look at stuff. Obviously, I had told the story. I was out on the river trail at 3:30. I left about 4 o'clock. We did not see any signs of the river rising, and by 5:20, we almost weren't able to get out of the park on the upper end. It rose that quickly.
How in the world you can have...
So the line coming from the administration is that, The National Weather Service did its job and issued the alerts, but apparently the critique is that there weren't people to get the word out to the local agencies for them to be able to spread the word. If you say screw that guy after that clip, wait till you see this one.
One more question.
Yeah, well, one of the questions that still hasn't been answered 3 days into this is despite TEM's warning on July 2nd and July 3rd that something like this could have happened, that the threat existed, why that information didn't get down to the camps and why they weren't evacuated. Can you answer that now?
That is a great question, but again, we want to make sure that we continue to focus. We still have 11 missing children that we want to get reunited with our families. Until we can get reunited with our families, we are not going to stop. We are not going to stop until we do. So, thank you.
Follow-up question, sir. Was any emergency alert given out on the 4th that morning of? Did anyone get
Sir,
any
there are
alert?
families who deserve better than that.
One more question.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, screw that guy indeed. We're flying through this. We're gonna watch music here in a little bit. We're gonna do some news. This is a clip from 4th of July that I'd like to play, just because it's fucking funny.
The iconic.
Got to get the Trump dance in there. And I love that the First Lady also kind of joins along now. Like, it's taken her a few years, but she's
well, that was one of my favorite parts, is actually watching them watch the fireworks and seeing the warmness of their marriage. Usually you see them standing next to each other and not really joking around that much, but they are just there. How great is that? I think that's the first time I've ever seen anything like that between them, and that's
You know, we were talking,
adorable.
they didn't have a light shine. The iconic.
Got to get the Trump dance in there.
The warmness of their marriage.
Along now, like, it's taken her a few years, but she's
well, that was one of my favorite parts, is actually watching them watch the fireworks and seeing
Oh, he started doing it just as I did.
of their marriage. Usually you see them standing next to each other and not really joking around that much, but they are just there. How great is that? I think that's the first time I've ever seen anything like that between them, and that's
You know, we were talking, they didn't have a light shine.
Was she mocking him?
Got to get the Trump dance in there. And I love that the First Lady.
The double dick dance. Trump and I have a beef. Those of you who are unaware, I've made the challenge that if I raise enough money, I will tattoo MS-13 on my knuckles. I think I set it at $7,000. Probably to cover legal costs, possibly to get myself a new computer, because I probably need a new rig. Trump got a hold of this, truthed me out. Can you believe it? A total failure on YouTube, real loser, saying he's going to tattoo MS-13 on his knuckles just to get attention. I'm totally doing it just to get attention. It is absolutely a publicity stunt on my part. If I was smart, I'd probably use a cat to get attention. Those seem way more popular than thank you for ruining the... It was going so smoothly too, and then I got a cat get in my lap. Thanks, buddy. Just ruin the pit. Well, eventually I will come up with something to tattoo over the MS-13 tattoo. I like, as a bonus, if you really like, I'll push it. Do a tattoo on the other knuckles. All right. Do I have your permission to continue? I don't even remember how I transitioned so well into it from the warmness of their relationship. The warmness of my relationship with Trump is that a henna tattoo? No, I'm gonna actually have my buddy do it. Let me explain. So we are I have come to the conclusion that I, being the shit stirrer that I am, would like to challenge ICE to come and send me to Alligator Alcatraz. God damn, I don't even have it set. Fucking fuck. Nothing going. Was starting to get it back. God damn it. I should just save the bit. I should save the bit for tomorrow, right? Fuck, I don't even know where I'm looking at anymore. Where to put my shit? Damn it. So, me being the shit. God damn it. So, me being the shit stirrer that I am, I have decided that if I can get the attention of ICE, the administration, and waste their time instead of allowing them to harass innocent migrants, that's a good use of my time. It would be good publicity for the show, and what better use of my time do I have during the revolution, right? So I have decided to tattoo MS-13 on my knuckles to try to get the attention of the administration. I will do this if I raise $7,000. $7,000 is what I've set it at. I want you Trump supporters out there to raise that money. You want to see a libtard like me get sent to Alligator Alcatraz, don't you? Put me in Alligator Alcatraz, you fascist. So donate to my cause, mainly to cover what could possibly be my legal fees. And I will tattoo MS-13 on my knuckles. For real, MS-13. It'll be proof that I am a gang member. I am a violent gang member that needs to be locked away. And for good measure, I'll go ahead and tattoo 8647 on the left knuckles. So MS-13 on the right knuckles. I'll put 86-47 on the left knuckles. You can come and get me, you fucking fascist. Put me in alligator Alcatraz. I dare you. Now, after I announced this publicity stunt, but I'm dead serious. MAGA supporters, you want to see me get put away? Donate to my Give, Sing, Go. Even use your favorite platform. Trump got a hold of this. Truthed me out. Can you believe it? A total failure on YouTube. Real loser. Saying he's going to tattoo MS-13 on his knuckles just to get attention. That's exactly why I'm doing it. I want to get the attention of the administration. I want all the chuds on Rumble and Kick to talk about me. Sad. This so-called political commentator who, by the way, hates America and really hates your favorite president, me, is now pretending to be a gang member. You can't make this stuff up. If this clown wants an all-expenses-paid vacation to Seacott, the toughest prison you've ever seen, by the way, we'll make it happen. No problem. We've got everything we need to prosecute this self-declared thug and send him far, far away. We're not playing games anymore. Why would anyone proudly say they're MS-13? I'll do it. I will proudly say I'm MS-13. Come lock the white boy up. You'd have to be completely out of your mind. That's a good possibility. Or desperate for clicks. And, hey, guilty as charged. Probably both. Sometimes he makes good points. This failed comedian goes by the name JustinFREAKIN. What a name, folks. Is about to find out that under my leadership, we are a nation of law and order. And gang members, we deal with them very quickly, very strongly. Believe me, it's not going to end well for him. I accept your challenge, Donald J. Trump. I want you to lock me up in Seacott, in alligator Alcatraz, .3:01 a.m. is exactly how you know it's a real truth from Donald J. Trump. I dare you. So right-wingers, donate to my cause, my Give, Sing, Go. It's in the description. I dare you to lock me up. What'd you guys think about that? Was that pretty good, or should I do it again tomorrow? I'm kind of stoned and slurring my words, aren't I? I try not to cuss. In case you couldn't tell, I was trying to do a bit for the YouTube. Ooh. Man, I go on to him. But knowing my luck, I go on there, I wouldn't be high. I need to take a vape or something. So I can vape outside the studio. Make sure I'm in the right headspace. And we're going to cut that up, make it a TikTok and a reel and a Facebook shit. I could get me in the wrong headspace, and I am an easy mark. I have not done well in 30, 35, 40% of the debates I've been in. I believe. Demand to smoke on camera. I don't believe he lives in a legal state. Because he lives in West Virginia, doesn't he? in like the middle of fucking nowhere up north. Well, he starts yelling at me, I'll yell at him, and I'll if I lose I do best. And fucking that one night when I went on with Destiny, I specifically was like, I don't want to get wound up. I want to be as stoned as I fucking can. And I just want to lay back and make some jokes. And it didn't work out for me. What I needed to match Destiny's energy. If I had been the less intoxicated, more hyperactive, I would have done better against Destiny. And that's my fault on that one. Do they let people smoke cigars and shit? Did we do Jeff Epstein already? Did we already do that bullshit? You know we got fucking 11 hours of Jeffrey Epstein video, right? Right-wingers losing their fucking minds. Oh. We were on stream but doing something else? No? Maybe? Saturday night? Probably wrestling or... We did the cartoons and that was fun. I think that's when this dropped. DOJ, FBI. By the way, if anyone missed earlier, I know we got some different people in here now. Next week on Live Music Monday, we're going to start at 2 o'clock. There's going to be no actual Troll Patrol that night. We're just going to be on Twitch. And it's going to be the Back to the Beginning Black Sabbath Ozzy Osbourne farewell concert. We're going to watch the whole goddamn thing. It's like 10 hours long. It's got an amazing lineup. Guns N' Roses, Pantera, Anthrax, Metallica. There's several super band acts where like Tom Morello and Chad Smith and like they had Ron Wood from the Rolling Stones and Steven Tyler came out. Like it was insane. So I've watched chunks of it, but I've not seen the whole thing. We're going to watch the whole thing Monday around 2 p.m. That way Ozzy, Black Sabbath will be around the time we usually do Live Music Monday. Next week, I'm going to take off. We're not doing any Troll Patrol. I'm sorry, YouTube podcast. We're going to do special summertime fun stuff on Twitch. We're going to do summer vacation. But I'm not actually going to take a vacation. We're going to stream. We're going to do fun shit. Like we're going to watch Tiny Toons, How I Spent My Summer Vacation. We'll watch The Brady Bunch Goes to Hawaii. Shit like that. I got all kinds of like sitcoms. Gonna be a lot of fun. So I'll check the Discord by the end of the week. I'll have a schedule figured out of exactly what we're gonna do every night. We'll do for wrestling night. We'll definitely do like Bash at the Beach. Carla, after watching it, I would hope it's his last time. Like the show is amazing, but Ozzy is. I mean, we watched an Ozzy concert from like 2001, 2002 or something for Halloween. And it's the same thing. Amazing goddamn band. Ozzy's Ozzy. He's just he's just doing his Ozzy thing. So, but like you'll enjoy it because Tommy Iommi is amazing. Haunted Toe Tag. I hope not. This better be his last one. We're going to do that. That's next Monday on Live Music Monday. All week we're going to have special shit. It's going to be summer vacation. I understand if you guys need to go get your news fixed from somewhere. Justin needs to take a mental break health from the news and not be doing death and and shootings and car chases and shit. So we're gonna watch cartoons and sitcoms. I hope you join me for taking a little mental health break, and then we find out what that news be doing. We're gonna take a vacation, summer vacation, all next week on the Justin Freakin channel instead of the Troll Patrol on Twitch. And do join me for Metallica, for the Back to the Beginning, Ozzy Osbourne, all day on Monday, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Tool, fucking Tool's first ever filmed live performance. It's gonna be fucking cool, especially if you're a metalhead. And we'll also, when they had the super bands out there, Curiouser and I were looking people up and oh, this dude produced Ozzy and he was in Boston and blah, blah, blah. It was neat. It'll be a music nerd's dream. Next Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern is when we're going to get started. It's fucking long. It's 10 hours long. We're going to watch the whole goddamn thing. I fucking love music. Curious or not, that she came over, she really wanted to watch it, so that's why I went ahead and watched chunks of it with her. We didn't watch Ozzy, we watched Black Sabbath. We didn't watch Metallica because she just saw Metallica. But we watched a couple other sets. We watched Pantera. We watched Tool. Tonight we're going to do Glastonbury. We're going to do Best of Glastonbury. We still got some big acts to cover. Glastonbury took place a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. So that's coming at you here right after we talk about Jeffrey Epstein, I guess. The DOJ, FBI conclude Epstein had no client list, died by suicide. What do you guys think? Did Jeffrey Epstein kill himself? President Trump's Justice Department and the FBI have concluded they have no evidence convicted sex offender and disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein blackmailed powerful figures, kept a client list, or was murdered, according to a memo detailing the findings obtained by Axios. If you guys did not see the thumbnail for the show tonight, I was particularly proud of it. They're laughing at you. They're laughing, not you guys specifically, not my chat. They're laughing at you, MAGA. They're laughing at you. You fell for it again award. Fell for it again award. The administration is releasing video in both raw and enhanced. Here we go, guys. This also is 10 hours. Should I play this as well as the Ozzy Osbourne concert? I have dual screens. What time does he kill himself? Does the enhanced version have... I don't know what's enhanced about it. The non-enhanced looks way better. 11:59. We're at 10:37. 12:52. $7:51. Nope, went a little too far. All right, we are at 11:54. See if I can make it smaller here so you guys can see the timestamp. With Anna Paulina Luna's ass sticking out. I love it. I just smack it. All right, so we're at 11:55:28. They find him at 127. So we will check here at 11:59. And then we will move ahead to 127 when they apparently find him. Now this is fishy though. Why were we told that there was no video and there is video? And we were told there was no video during the first Trump administration. So 11:58:59 is the rumor that it skips ahead. We will find out for ourselves. We're coming up. It is 11:57. Great content. We're just watching a cell door. If I cut this for YouTube, I might cut this part out or fast forward it ahead or something. So we're coming up on the 2-minute to midnight mark. This is where it gets juicy. Keep your eye out for about 50 seconds from now. We were told that people were asleep. Did it stay on 26 for an awful long time? Did you guys see that? I just fucked up. I might be high. Here we go. Now this is anticipation. Whoa! What? There absolutely is a skip. There's a minute or something missing there. That's fucking wild. Here we go, 11:58. I mean, this seems to be the raw video. Because, yeah, AI could actually do a much better job than that. It almost looks like the camera's been repositioned, too. Like, a lot of things are different. This is weird. So here we are at 11:58:40. $58, $50. And then it skips ahead exactly 1 minute and 2 seconds. Epstein was found in his cell at 1:27 a.m. 1226, 1243, 102, 111, 127. So this is supposedly when they found him. I'm not seeing anybody entering a cell or anything. Oh, I'm sorry. I had the wrong time. That was a different time that he was found unconscious in a cell. He was found at 6:30 a.m. So all that time. This is 5:30. 5:53, 6:11, it's 6:29. But the video is not much longer. All that time, not one guard walked by. He met with his lawyers and was taken back to his unit at 7:49 p.m. 2 guards failed to perform their required institutional count at 10 p.m. The guard walked by at 10:30 p.m. I've still yet to see anybody go into his cell. Last time the guards entered the tier where his cell was located. Through the night, in violation of the jail's normal procedure, Epstein was not checked on every 30 minutes. The 2 guards assigned to check on his cell overnight, Noel and Michael, fell asleep at their desk. This happened for about 3 hours, and they later falsified records. 2 cameras in front of Epstein's cell also malfunctioned that night. Another camera had footage that was unusable. As the guards were distributing breakfast shortly after 6:30 a.m. on the morning of August 10th. That's what you are seeing right now, shortly after 6:30 a.m. Epstein was found unresponsive in cardiac arrest in his cell. He was found in a kneeling position with a strip of a bed sheet wrapped around his neck. The sheet was tied to the top of his bunk. He was believed to have been dead for about 2 hours by then. The guards performed CPR on Epstein, and other prisoners heard them yell, "Breathe, Epstein, breathe." At 6:33 a.m., the guards pulled an alarm, notifying their supervisor. I've still not seen a guard come by. Epstein was rushed to New York Downtown Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at 6:39. Still yet to see a guard walk by. So he's believed to have been dead for 2 hours. Do we need to go back to about 4:30 and see if there's anything fishy? Do we believe that somebody possibly entered the cell during that 1 minute the footage was missing? He's pronounced dead at 6:39, but they haven't even found him yet. They apparently pulled an alarm at 6:33. That's what when you hang yourself, you're not trying to suffocate yourself, you're trying to break your neck. That's the easiest way to go, apparently. I probably shouldn't be talking about this on stream, should I? Catching myself on that one. Been very problematic tonight. Agreed. Like it's insane. We have the entire footage all night. I still don't see anybody. Supposedly they found him and set off an alarm by this time. Is this not one of his cells? Is it one of? Is it a cell over here somewhere? I don't know. Maybe we're missing it. That could have been them rushing out. That might be what it is. The video of the cells that he's in is malfunctioning. And then they had to go scrub a minute out of this one. What do you think, chat? Did Epstein kill himself? Caroline Levitt was asked about it during a press briefing today. I mean, he was probably given the stuff to kill himself, right? Oh, is this not the clip? Damn it. Fuck it, I'm ready to get to Glastonbury. I'm sorry. Let me get you a cat and then get us an animal video and get the fuck out of here. No beans! No beans! Dan, welcome in. Let me get you an animal video. Let's get some music. We deserve Poppy Boss. That's what we need. It is so hot in here. Just posted 2 days ago, fresh off the presses, on the Puppy Bus. I'm great. Thank you, Van. Thank you for asking. I hope you are well tonight. Cheetos Paws? I was never a big Cheeto fan. I like Puffs. I don't like the hard ones. I like the poofy ones.
Good stay. These two are going to get picked up.
The Twitch people, best of Glastonbury coming at you. After we
Sit.
look at some cute puppies.
They have somewhere to be.
I'm pulling in and clear right behind me here.
Yep, I see ya. Thank you for riding with Mo Mountain Mutts. Would you guys like a complimentary treat?
Of course they would.
Wesson, shh, sit. Good boy. Shh. Up front here, we have little Louie. He's getting a soft little beef stick. He's got to get some teeth pulled. Been giving him soft stuff. Carl.
Oh, sweet baby. I've got a fan on one side. I got air conditioner on the other side, RB.
Lila. Gentleman Jake. Tater.
Tater.
Whiskey. Wesson. Mika.
Mo Mountain Mutts is awesome. Everyone should follow them. They're Mo Mountain Mutts on like Facebook and Instagram.
Wrigley.
I think this is their YouTube channel. You can go on their YouTube too.
Amaru. And Gandalf. Please stay in your seats. Pause to yourself. Tails out of the aisle. Stay out of the aisle, Jake. Good boy. Echo, Louie, and Carl. You are sitting in the emergency exit. Are you willing and capable of offloading the pups in a remote chance of an emergency? Did you hear the instructions? Are you willing and capable? I hope so. I hope the steering means capable. Good stay. These two are going to get picked up. The rest of them are going to stay. Good. Sit. Good. Good stay. They have somewhere to be.
I'm pulling in and clear right behind me here.
Yep, I see ya. Thank you for riding with Mo Mountain Mutts. Would you guys like a complimentary treat with your bus ride? Wesson, shh, sit. Good boy. Shh. Up front here, we have little Louie. He's getting a soft little beef stick. He's got to get some teeth pulled. Been giving him soft stuff. Carl. Echo. Lila. Gentleman Jake. Tater.
I love the name Tater.
Whiskey. Wesson.
They let them run. Like, they're very well behaved. Like, these are the best. Like, it's a doggy training school and daycare.
Belden.
Like, these are like the best of the best that they take on these little trips.
Wrigley.
Because they there's videos of them walking them, and then like they'll get to a certain area and they're like, all right guys, you can go, and then boom, they'll take off. And then they'll call them back and they'll come all right back.
Please stay in your seats.
It's amazing.
Yourself. Tails out of the aisle.
I love Mo Mountain Mutts.
Stay
We've been watching Puppy Bus for a couple years now.
Echo.
Check in with them ever so often.
You are sitting.
If you're watching on YouTube, Kick, Facebook, Rumble, go ahead, light one up, tip one back. It's all right to have a little fun before we hit the sack. I'm Justin Freakin. We'll see you tomorrow night on Troll Patrol live.
Are you willing?
Twitch people, stick with me. We're going to watch the best.